And right now, crews are trying to get a handle on this massive fire at a medical supply warehouse. This is in Tracy. You can see that heavy black smoke just pouring out of the facility, which can be seen for miles. That fire has been burning for more than 3 hours at the Medline warehouse, a 1 million square foot facility located in a large complex just east of the 58205 interchange. This is an area with several other warehouses, including FedEx and Amazon. Those buildings have all been evacuated. In the meantime, our Katie Nielsen joins us live at the scene with the effort to keep that fire from spreading. And Katie, that was just a frightening scene out there.
It really was, Ryan. You can still see all of the thick black smoke still pouring out of the Medline building. And it's going high up into the air. And with the winds we're experiencing today, that ember cast is a real concern. It actually did spread to the FedEx facility across the street, but firefighters were able to tamp that down. They said it was a pile of pallets that was burning there and a couple of trailers outside. But the real damage is to the 1 million square foot warehouse here. The Medline facility, they're a medical supplies distributor. They distribute medical supplies to hospitals, nursing homes, medical facilities all across the Bay Area and the Central Valley. This used to be a 1 million square foot warehouse, more than 50 acres. Now the fire chief from the city of Tracy says it is a total loss. Now the fire started around 1 o'clock this afternoon. All of the employees were able to evacuate safely, and the fire chief says those evacuations were actually underway when firefighters got on scene. He says they saw fire on the roof. They went to go try to get to the hydrants, the yard hydrants as they're called, which are the hydrants that are inside the facility, and there was no water pressure. He said because there was no water pressure from the yard hydrants, the fire spread quickly throughout the entire facility. They did make an effort to try to save it, but the sprinklers were not functioning, the hydrants were not functioning. And so that was the major problem. This is what it looked like when we first got on scene, that thick black smoke pouring out of the building. And as we were hearing loud explosions from the outside, we asked the chief, what could that be? He said, possibly parts of the building collapsing, tanks inside, or even tires on the big rigs parked outside popping as they burned. And the fire chief again saying the reason this fire was able to spread so quickly was because there was some kind of an issue with the facility's water pressure, not the city water pressure. Here's what he had to say.
We had water supply issues, and we don't know why. We made a good aggressive interior fire attack, and the sprinklers were not operating. It limited our fire attack because we lacked pressure on the fire hydrants within the facility. So in the what we call yard hydrants did not have water pressure.
Now, the fire chief says so far no injuries have been reported. Everyone was able to evacuate safely. This fire has gone to a 5th alarm. They have more than 200 fire personnel here. We have been seeing firefighters from Alameda County, Fremont, all across San Joaquin County, Cal OES now on scene. They said they will be here for days. That's because of these conditions, they're worried about embercast. They want to be able to put out all of the hot spots here. They are not trying to save this building anymore. They have already considered it a total loss. At this point, what they're trying to do is trying to make sure that this fire does not spread to any of the nearby warehouses. The reason why, directly across the street, FedEx. Over on the other side, Amazon. Right nearby, you have Ghirardelli Warehouse, you have Home Depot, Williams-Sonoma, Pottery Barn, Costco, Safeway. This is a massive industrial complex here in Tracy. And another interesting thing the fire chief said is they know there were hazardous materials inside, and every company is required to report hazardous materials that are stored on site. So firefighters knew ahead of time exactly what they were dealing with and whether they should go in or shouldn't go in. They said they did try to make an interior attack first when they saw the fire that had started on the roof, but because of those sprinkler issues, they quickly had to move outside and were not able to save this building. We did get a statement from Medline. They did say that all of their employees were able to evacuate safely. So at this point, the name of the game is really just surround and drown. Try to cool this down, try to put out those hot spots. But again, the smoke, the ember cast, still going to be a major concern throughout the night tonight. Ryan?
And Katie, you were actually in the East Bay covering another story when you saw that black plume of smoke in the distance. As you were driving up, when did you realize the enormity of this fire and how massive it actually was?
Yeah, so we were actually near downtown Pleasanton. We were doing a different story, ironically, about the heat. And I looked up as we were driving toward Livermore, saw the smoke, and I thought, oh no, red flag warnings, high temperatures, low humidity. This has to be a brush fire. Not realizing that this was a warehouse fire, because the amount of smoke that we're seeing, to be able to put out this kind of a smoke plume, I mean, the sheer quantity of material burning is just something that you can't even imagine. Again, we're talking about 1 million square foot warehouse. This covered more than a city block, all burning all at one time, 50 plus acres. And think about what you have when you have medical supplies. You have everything from gauze pads, alcohol, I mean, all the way up to medical equipment, oxygen tanks, everything you can think of is inside that building. And so that is what we're seeing. That's the smoke that we're seeing now. Tracy Fire has said that they are monitoring air quality. They're making sure that everything is safe for residents. There are no shelters in place at this point, and that is partly because this is a very heavily industrial area and it is not near the more residential parts of Tracy. So as of right now, no serious air quality concerns for residents. But again, this has turned into a massive response. California Office of Emergency Services is here now as well, providing assistance, as well as everyone from the Sheriff's Department, multiple fire agencies from across San Joaquin and Alameda counties. And so really you have an all hands on deck response to something that is just this big. And one of the questions that we actually had for the fire chief was, you know, this building was built in 2016, so it should have the most advanced fire suppression systems as well as fire detection systems. So what happened? What went wrong? How do we end up with a situation like this where you have a total loss? And that's where he started talking about those fire sprinklers. Definitely going to be a huge focus of this investigation to understand why they did not have water pressure for the facility's emergency fire suppression systems. When they came outside to the city hydrants, they had water pressure there, but just not inside that Medline facility. So again, a lot of unanswered questions, but the good news is right now, no injuries reported so far, and a very large presence to try to keep this from spreading throughout the night.
All right, Katie Nielsen reporting live in Tracy for us. So our chopper spotted some spot fires that broke out on farmland. This is south of Lammers Road, a few miles away from the warehouse. Firefighters telling us they believe this is from those blowing embers, and there is a lot of traffic in the area. You can see how far the backup stretches along 580 into Livermore. Crews have closed nearby roads to clear the way for emergency vehicles. And we want to give you some perspective on just how far away you could see that smoke from the fire. Katie kind of gave us a taste of what that was like, but this was the view from our chopper as it was arriving from the Livermore Valley. The thick black plume rising over those wind turbines in the Altamont Pass. And here's some time-lapse video from our Black Mountain camera in the South Bay. That ominous dark cloud of smoke drifting from Tracy south over Santa Clara County. So let's bring in meteorologist Darren Peck with a closer look at how the winds are playing a role in spreading all this smoke. Darren.
You know, Ryan, there actually is relatively good news on the wind front. Tracy was not in the red flag warning. It's breezy there, but it's not terribly windy. You can see it, by the way, on live satellite. The marine layer is coming up the coast. Let's go over to the Tracy fire. It's not just the locator for the flame. Watch the last few hours and you will see the black smoke emanating out down here across the Diablo Range. So that falls perfectly in line with what we've already known about the winds today. I can put the wind streams on here, and it'll be kind of small, but you can see them on that fire. These are northerly winds that are coming down here. So they are taking the smoke from this fire, and when I put the satellite back on, having seen the wind streams, you can now see why the smoke's going to the south, staying fairly elevated. But it is not particularly more intense, really, than it would have been any day there. Tracy was not included in the red flag warning. That was for the North Bay Mountains. Thankfully, the wind didn't play a significant role there. And air quality is doing okay from a particulate matter, because most of that smoke is staying high. But I wouldn't want to be down in that part of the Sacramento Valley or the San Joaquin Valley breathing in any more than I needed to, because there's also the chemicals coming off that you want to be aware of.